where we last left off, President Grenade, leader of Esquerto, attacked President Bullet, leader of Asan, for some stuff that went down in Fake History 1. But he unfortunately failed, and now public opinion and resources were diminishing. And President Orange, leader of Acerto, was looking for revenge for literally everything they had ever done to him. Let's see what President Grenade has been up to. Alright, listen, I know I messed up and everything's kinda gone to shit, but I'm willing to make it up to you guys. So what do you guys want? Stop getting into wars. Give me free healthcare. Lower taxes. Alright, those are some good suggestions. But how about this? I don't listen to you guys, I raise taxes, and I don't give you free healthcare. Does that sound fair to everyone? Boo! You know, I really thought that would have gone better. His plan was to just avoid any big expenses like war. And since when he captured Pora, it was such a great monetary value because it was such a big trading country, he planned to use that to get some economic growth. Wow, this is actually going pretty well. I sure hope no big country that has a large vendetta against us attacks little old me. I'm a large country that has a big vendetta against Esquerto, and I'm going to attack little old him. Yeah, this is actually kinda nice, not having to worry about constant wars. Yeah, you know, maybe peace really is an option. Certo has breached our east forces. That's it, I'm pulling it. I don't care. Esquerto had no choice but to send an army to counter them to stop them from getting any further in their invasion. Man, this sucks. I thought this guy was just some old man that wasn't gonna do anything. There's consequences to our actions now. And when they met, they had the very first battle of the war, in which a very thick fog set in, allowing Certo to conceal themselves before the Esquertarians got there. And when the Esquertarians got there, they ambushed and encircled them. The Esquertarians were completely unprepared for this and were getting absolutely annihilated. So they called for air support. Hey, listen, they ambushed us, and we need help. We're by the big lake, and there should be like a forest around it. We're near there. About that. They ended up missing by a couple 100 feet and bombing the forest. Man, I love camping. After winning the lottery, marrying the love of my life, and getting my dream job, it's just so nice to relax here and talk about good things that have happened. And wouldn't you know it, losing the first battle of the war is a pretty bad look. Alright, so we lost, but it's not that big of a deal, okay? What do we do now? I say we sue for peace. We can't win this fight. Let's just cut our losses. And what, get called a chicken? Why do these, little kid insults get to you so much? Preschool was very rough for me, okay? His decision to not sue for peace immediately angered a lot of people, as why would you just fight a losing battle? You know, I'm starting to think that this guy who has never listened to us, be generally selfish and keep all the power to himself and just generally be a piece of shit, is not that great of a leader. You know, I think you're onto something there. And more people wanted Grenade out of office. So not only were their tensions growing on the battlefield, but in Esquerto itself. So Grenade would hatch another one of his ingenious, completely flawless plans. They would hold defensive positions, and once they got enough money to fight, they would just push them back and win the war. Easy peasy, lemon Luigi. But Orange was not having any of that, and in one case, it was extremely bad weather. There's high winds and lots of rain. There's no way anyone is attacking us at all. After traveling in the dead of night through all the rain and a thick forest hiding their position, they would cut down trees to cross the river and get behind the Esquertarians. And once they did, they just ambushed them immediately. Hey, wake up! What's happening? So, remember when I said that nobody would attack us? Yeah, someone attacked us. Son of a bitch. And due to the aforementioned river, they would just be pushed against it, being unable to move. And not sure if you knew this, but rain pelting against your face makes it pretty hard to shoot your opponent, causing Certo to have another victory. And that was pretty much the final straw for the citizens of Esquerto. And this is where former executive Floyd comes back into play. If you don't remember, Floyd was an executive, but he slowly grew to hate the new leaders in the government. So he tried to betray them by working for Pora, but once Esquerto took over Pora, he was forced to go into hiding and was now the most wanted criminal in Esquerto. And in that time, while he was in hiding, he had built up a pretty good revolutionary group, and now was a perfect time to start. They started off with some protests that didn't take long to get some good traction, and when military was told to suppress them, they just joined them instead because they also hated Grenade. So now these minor protests were starting to turn into a bit of a minor revolution. Listen, you better sue for peace, or else. Or else what, you're gonna go into civil war? Oh no. With the revolution gaining more and more popularity, it was pretty hard to ignore, and Floyd managed to strike up a deal with Orange. If Certo funded their side and won, they would stop the war and sell them a good chunk of land. And Orange agreed, wanting Grenade out of his face. And now Esquerdo had officially gone into civil war. The revolution's plan was to pretty much just head to the capital and take over the major buildings. So they set out to do just that, but Grenade had already expected this and sent out a counter army. So the revolution hit him with the old sandwich and split strategy, cutting their army in two and sending them behind, slicing them in half, and taking them out one by one. And after losing this fight, Grenade realized that he couldn't stop this revolution and fend off Esquerdo at the same time. Hey, Orange, you remember that Sue for Peace deal, right? You wanna do that? Orange? Alright, listen, here's the plan. You, executive I forgot the name of. My name's Jim. Yeah, cool. Me, Maple Leaf, and all the other executives are gonna fly away to our other land in the north while you just deal with all this. And once they got to the capital, the fight unfolded. Esquertarian troops surrounded major buildings and had to fend off the revolution for hours. Eventually, one guy walked into a bar and was like, hey, just give me all the vodka you've got. Oh, you're going gambling, huh? No, there's a whole revolution going on. Are you living under a rock or something? No. So they made a Molotov and threw it into one of the buildings, causing a fire. So in the middle of fending off the fire, they managed to take him out. There were just too many revolution soldiers, and with more and more coming, their defense line weakened and weakened, until eventually it snapped. Breaking through, they managed to take over the capital. And although Grenade had already fled by that point, they just settled for the next best person. Taxi, please, just get me out of here. Oh, sorry, most of the taxi drivers are out, so you're just gonna have to share a cab with somebody. Ah, fuck. With taking over the capital and their leaders being gone, the revolution had won. Keeping their promises, they went out of the war and sold some land to Certo to pay for all the damages. Grenade trying to keep all the control to himself. That's exactly what left him with none of it. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry this one took so long. Faked history tends to take way longer, and I appreciate you guys waiting. Animation is pretty difficult, but that's how it goes. So see you next time, and you won't find the bodies.